With all of the theories and concepts that are out there, we decided it was necessary to condense all of what we've found into a simple process we could use for our gar fishing. Now our goal is a dinosaur grade alligator gar, so the gear we've chosen is a bit on the heavy duty side. You can choose to downgrade or upgrade to suit your own needs. The equipment we're using will be 4/0 and 5/0 hooks. We got both octopus and treble. 93 and 108 test wire lead line for saltwater fishing. 230-pound test swivels. 125-pound test sleeves. Glass beads, 2-ounce flat weights, and heat wrap. You'll also want pliers or crimping pliers, wire cutters, and a lighter. Now we had some other sizes and weights available, but we decided ultimately to stick with our original setup choices. We'll start with a 3 to 4 foot length of lead wire. I cheated and marked my lengths on the table so I wouldn't keep having to measure. For the first end, we'll need a strip of heat wrap long enough to cover the connection, a sleeve, and your swivel. Then loop your wire back into the sleeve again. Make sure to leave a loop large enough to allow play in the swivel, but not so big that it'll get kinked or catch on debris. Then you're going to want to secure your tag end over your sleeve, pull the heat wrap over the setup so all rough spots are well covered, and melt into place. The goal here is to prevent sharp spots that'll alert the gar of your trap and prevent any sharp edges that can nick your main line. Three or four crimps with your pliers should be sufficient for the sleeve. And make sure that the tag end is tied up against the sleeve so that it'll make it easier when you heat wrap it. Now you'll measure about 4 inches down from your swivel's bracket and secure a sleeve that'll act as a slide stop. I didn't worry about putting heat wrap over the slide stops, but probably would have been a good idea to do that just to protect from any other rough spots. Put 1 to 2 beads, a weight, then 1 to 2 more beads on your lead. After that, you'll secure your third sleeve to the wire line so there is roughly 4 inches between your two slide stop sleeves. A few of our setups we did 1 bead, and a few we did 2 beads. We're testing the theory that the beads clicking together might act as an attractant to get the gar to come check on the bait we have sitting there. The 4-inch gap We'll leave just enough play in the line for your weight so that it can slip on the water floor and be less likely to catch on the debris down there. Make sure your two stopper sleeves are secure so your weight won't start slipping too much. It's especially important that your weight doesn't move closer to the hook. You really don't want to alert the gar to what you're doing, and they are extremely sensitive to weights. Now for your other end of the lead line. You'll put on your heat wrap, your sleeve, and your hook. And like before, make sure to cut any excess so the tag end does not extend out towards the hook. This side is the most important to make sure everything is lined up correctly. Now you'll cover everything with the heat wrap and melt it into place again. Once you're done, you'll have a lead line about 3 to 4 feet that looks like this. Attach it to some heavy braid line with a slip bobber and you'll be ready for some gar fishing. If you're interested in learning more about our fishing or even fishing in general, check out the Outdoors Quest blog. Our articles are focused on teaching and encouraging women to become more involved in the outdoors.